budget-friendly summer refresh. Vintage decor ideas to style your cottage in timeless charm. Ready to breathe new life into your cottage without overspending? This summer, we're diving into simple vintage decor tricks that are timeless, elegant, and budget-conscious. Whether you're refreshing a cozy corner or revamping your whole space, these easy ideas will help you create the perfect blend of charm and comfort. You'll learn how to find thrifted treasures, repurpose forgotten items, and mix nostalgic textures with seasonal tones. The focus is on creativity over cost, with curated ideas that bring warmth and personality to every room. Let's make your cottage a timeless summer retreat, one step at a time. Summer refresh on a budget. Start by setting a budget limit and list key areas to refresh, like your entryway, kitchen shelf, or porch. Focus on quick swaps like pillow covers, curtains, or tabletop accents. Shop your home first before heading to any store. Stick to seasonal tones like muted greens, light florals, or breezy whites. Rearrange furniture to make rooms feel new without buying anything. Even just removing heavy decor can lighten up the feel of a space. Always shop end-of-season clearance and secondhand first. It stretches your budget without sacrificing style. Timeless vintage charm starts here. Begin by choosing a vintage theme, like French country, rustic farmhouse, or cottagecore. Then select 3 to 5 anchor pieces like a weathered mirror, enamel picture, or old books. Build the rest of your decor around these staples. Is key. Keep your materials natural. Think wood, iron, cotton, and ceramics. Limit bold colors and embrace muted palettes to keep it soft and nostalgic. Anchor your style with one large focal vintage item, like an armoire or antique table, and build out from there. Hunt for hidden treasures at thrift stores. Visit local thrift shops early in the day for the best finds. Look beyond the dust. Search for solid wood furniture, classic dishes, or unique picture frames. Always bring a measuring tape and carry cash for quick deals. Inspect each item for quality and character, not perfection. Sometimes a small scratch adds to the charm. Look for items with patina, handcrafted details, or era-specific designs. Bring a mood board or inspiration photos to help you stay focused when browsing crowded thrift aisles. What to look for. Vintage must-haves. Focus on timeless vintage essentials, enamelware, wicker baskets, old glass bottles, and metal trays. These pieces layer well with modern styles and bring instant cottage charm. Avoid plastic or faux finishes. Collect small accents that tell a story, like vintage books or pressed floral art. Even mismatched china or a single antique candlestick can make a big impact. It's all about texture and history. Prioritize items that are functional and decorative. It saves space and adds purpose. Worn, weathered, and wonderful. Embrace imperfections. Chipped paint, rusted corners, and worn fabric tell a story. Layer these textures together to create a curated but relaxed cottage vibe. Avoid anything that looks too polished. Use patina-rich items in places of contrast, a weathered stool next to a crisp linen chair, for example. This mix highlights the authenticity of vintage finds. Let age be the feature, not the flaw. When cleaning old pieces, don't over-restore. Sometimes a light wipe down is all they need. Decorate with wildflowers and garden greens. Pick local wildflowers or clip fresh herbs and greenery from your garden. Arrange them loosely in old pitchers, teacups, or glass jars for an effortless look. Let stems be uneven and natural. Place small bundles throughout your space, on windowsills, bedside tables, and entryways. These little touches brighten a room and add a subtle scent of summer. Refresh as needed with new clippings. Mix fresh greens with dried lavender or eucalyptus for longer-lasting arrangements. Vintage vases that add character. Collect small vases, bottles, and jugs with unique shapes or faded colors. Group different heights and textures together on a shelf or mantle. Glass, ceramic, and metal each add their own touch. Don't worry about matching. Contrast creates charm. Use them as standalone pieces or with small floral sprigs. Let the vase shape and age speak for itself. Mix old perfume bottles or apothecary jars for an elegant, collected look. Simple floral touches that elevate any room. Choose soft, cottage-inspired blooms like peonies, hydrangeas, or daisies. Place single stems in narrow-neck vases or create small bunches for tables. Fresh or faux both work well when styled naturally. Add floral patterns through napkins, pillow covers, or wall art for subtle repetition. The goal is charm, not overload. Balance blooms with natural textures like jute or linen. A single flower in a vintage bud vase on a nightstand adds quiet elegance. Turn basic pieces into vintage beauties. Take plain wooden stools, shelves, or trays and give them new life with paint and hardware swaps. Sand lightly, then coat with chalk or milk paint. Let brush strokes show for character. Replace knobs or hinges with vintage-style hardware for an instant upgrade. You can find affordable pieces online or at salvage yards. Focus on soft, muted colors to fit the cottage aesthetic. Use beeswax or a soft rag to age paint gently around corners and edges. Easy chalk paint makeover tutorial. Clean your piece, then apply a base coat of chalk paint using a natural bristle brush. Don't worry about perfection. Uneven strokes add charm. Let dry completely before distressing. Use sandpaper on edges and corners to create a naturally aged look. Finish with a clear or dark wax to protect and deepen color. Your piece will look authentically vintage in just a few hours. Try layering 2 colors, paint a base, then lightly brush a second color over top before distressing. Distress and layer for an aged effect. Apply a base paint, let it dry, then brush a lighter top coat unevenly. Sand selectively to reveal the base layer and edges. Focus on areas that would naturally wear over time. Use fine grit sandpaper or a dry brush technique to soften sharp lines. Distressed pieces feel cozy and lived in, especially when styled with textiles and greenery. Imperfection is the goal. Don't distress, symmetrically random wear looks more authentic. Layer up linens, crochet, and lace. Add dimension to your space with layered fabrics, linen tablecloths, crochet doilies, and lace runners. Stack these on flat surfaces or fold gently over baskets. Keep the color palette soft and natural. Mix and match textures without overwhelming the space. Choose 2 base fabrics and 1 accent to create contrast. Keep everything lightweight and breathable for summer. Vintage scarves and old aprons make excellent soft accents for layering. How to style a vintage summer bed. Start with crisp white sheets as a base, then layer a floral quilt and soft throw. Use 3 to 4 pillows with mix and match cases, lace, faded florals, or embroidered ones. Keep the look light and airy. Add a linen bed skirt or drape lightweight fabric at the foot of the bed. Tuck in dried lavender or a vintage book on the nightstand for extra charm. Simplicity and softness set the tone. Use layered bedding in different lengths to create depth and a relaxed cottage look. Old quilts, new life. Fold vintage quilts neatly and stack them in an open shelf or wicker basket. Use them as table throws, couch covers, or even outdoor picnic blankets. Each use adds warmth and texture. If a quilt is too worn for use, repurpose sections into pillow covers or frame textile art. Highlight the fabric's age and detail. Every piece carries history into your space. Keep fragile quilts out of direct sunlight to preserve their colors and fabric. Create a cottage-style gallery wall. Start with one anchor piece, a large vintage painting or framed botanical print. Build around it with smaller art, mirrors, and meaningful keepsakes. Keep spacing irregular for a relaxed, homey look. Mix frame materials like wood, brass, and whitewash to create visual interest. Don't be afraid to include three-dimensional objects like antique keys or doilies. Let your wall tell a personal story. Lay everything out on the floor before hanging. It's easier to visualize your arrangement. Thrifted frames and vintage prints. Look for old frames at thrift stores, ornate, gold leaf, or wooden ones with charm. You can repaint them or leave them chipped and worn. Fit them with botanical sketches or retro ads. If prints are missing, scan online archives for free vintage artwork. Print on textured paper for an aged feel. Group in clusters of 3 or 5 for a curated display. Use coffee or tea to lightly stain white paper for an antique finish before framing. Asymmetry is your friend. Forget perfection. Cottage-Style thrives on balance through contrast. Place a mirror higher than the art beside it. Offset a tall vase with a short stack of books. Layer smaller frames in front of larger ones, or let one side of the shelf have more weight. This relaxed layout creates a warm, lived-in aesthetic. Trust your eye, not symmetry. Odd numbers of items in groupings tend to look more organic and pleasing. Update lighting for a soft glow. Swap harsh bulbs for soft white or amber-toned LEDs. Use sheer lampshades or vintage-style sconces to diffuse light. Layer multiple light sources for depth. Combine floor lamps, table lamps, and string lights to create ambience. Look for designs with curved lines or floral details to match vintage vibes. Soft lighting warms every corner. Add a dimmer switch for instant control over mood and brightness. Vintage-inspired fixtures on a budget. Check secondhand stores and online marketplaces for brass sconces or milk glass pendant lights. Rewiring old fixtures is cheaper than buying new. Look for floral etching or scalloped shades. Spray paint modern hardware in antique brass or oil-rubbed bronze. Add Edison-style bulbs for extra flair. Vintage vibes without the vintage price tag. Use decorative bulb cages or floral ceiling medallions for a refined touch. Candlelight, lanterns, and cozy vibes. Group lanterns of varying heights near the fireplace, stairs, or entryway. Fill them with flameless candles or fairy lights for safety. The flicker adds nostalgic charm. Add old candlesticks to shelves or vintage trays. Mix metal and ceramic holders to keep it interesting. Let wax strips add to the story. Add scented tea lights like lavender or vanilla for a sensory summer boost. Mix old and new without clashing. Pair a sleek white sofa with a hand-crocheted throw or distressed wood coffee table. Let modern elements be simple while vintage pieces show texture and detail. Balance is key. Repeat colors or finishes across styles, brass in both modern frames and antique knobs. Keep the palette soft so nothing feels jarring. Style with intention, not excess. Use repetition of color, shape, or texture to unify old and new seamlessly. Stick to a soft summer color palette. Choose dusty pinks, faded blues, muted greens, and creamy whites for your base tones. These colors reflect light and feel breezy. Avoid harsh or neon shades. Layer neutrals with small pops of pastel for personality. Bring in color with flowers, pillows, or a painted stool. The palette sets the tone without shouting. Stick with 3 core colors to keep the look cohesive across rooms. use what you already have. Reimagine what's already in your home. An old ladder becomes a blanket rack, or a chipped bowl holds keys. Vintage is more about perspective than price. Look again before buying. Rotate items seasonally. Light fabrics in summer, darker ones in fall. Rearranging can refresh your space with zero cost. Creativity is your best tool. Shop your own home before every decor update. You'll be surprised what works in a new spot. Your cottage, your style. Start today. There are no strict rules. If you love it, it belongs. Let your space reflect your story, your comfort, your history. Style grows over time. Mix your grandmother's lace with a flea market find. Create corners of joy in every room. There's beauty in personal touches. Don't wait for the perfect piece. Decorate with what brings you happiness right now. Like, subscribe, and share your vintage vibe. Love the cozy cottage look? Hit like and subscribe for more vintage inspiration. Don't forget to comment your favorite thrifted find. Share your own transformations. We'd love to feature your ideas in our next video. This community thrives on creativity. Let's grow vintage magic together. Use #VintageVibeCottage to get noticed and connect with fellow decor lovers.